This is my managed switch. So this is the HPE networking instant on the whatever this says. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to use this switch to set up VLANs, and I'm going to show you how to do that with OPNSense. And real quick, before I walk through the tutorial, I just want to talk about why you might want a managed switch. The main thing for me is setting up a VLAN, which I'm going to show you in just a second. But the other thing you might want a managed switch for is to check things like the ports and the speeds. For example, if I hover over each port, you'll see the speeds. And if I look at port 4, you'll notice I'm getting 100 megabits per second. Everything else is 1000 megabits per second. You can see here, I probably have an old Ethernet cable or something like that. You can also see where I have things plugged into. So that's a nice thing for a managed switch, just kind of troubleshooting what you've got. And another nice thing is for security, you could disable some of these switches so you don't have to use every switch. So if you're in an office setting and you don't want people plugging into switches, you could disable it from here. And I do want to point out that this switch was sent to me so that I could make this video. And some nice things about this switch in particular, you've got this web UI. This is nice for home or small business owners. My favorite thing about it, as someone who has done IT for a decade, is there are no fees with this switch. So if you've ever used other brands where you have to pay every month just to use a managed switch, you don't want this. Completely free every month. You're just buying the hardware. So let's talk for just a second. Why might you want to set up a VLAN? A VLAN is a virtual LAN. Basically, it's a way to separate the network. So say you have a main network, but you want something separate from the main network for like guests or Internet of Things, so that if you're getting these cheap Internet of Things devices, smart devices from China, and you don't want it to touch your network for security reasons, you can separate that so they are not on the same network. Another reason you might want a VLAN is for sandbox testing or something like that. I know for me, a lot of times when I get a new computer, I don't like plugging it into my network. I will plug it into a sandbox network or a separate network, connect everything, run a bunch of virus scans before I trust having it on the network. So that might be another reason. So let's go ahead and set up a VLAN. And again, I am doing this on the HPE switch with OPNSense, but the principles here could apply for other devices or software. The first thing I want to do is just kind of show you my SSID I created on my mesh network in IoT SSID, and we're on the IP address 1.87. I just show you this so when we are done, you'll see we've got a different IP address. All right, so in this software, I want to go to VLAN. I've already got something set up on ID 20 for a guest network. I want to add another one, so we'll go here to add one. For the ID, we're going to go with 10. For the name, we're going to go Internet of Things, IoT. Let's go ahead and apply. VLAN membership by interface. Let's go here, tagged VLANs. I think I need to tag 10 as well because we added that. Let's apply that. And I've got our mesh network plugged into port 7. So let's go ahead and edit this. Let's go ahead and select 10 that we just set and apply. All right, I didn't think this through all the way. As soon as I set that, it kicked me off the network, which makes sense. So I'm on a different SSID right now. And that brings me to a good point. When you change things here on the managed switch, this isn't actually routing traffic. That's why when I was connected to the SSID, the internet died because we need to go to our firewall to route the traffic. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I'm in OPNSense, and here you want to go to interfaces, devices, and VLAN. You can see I've already set one up, but we're going to set up another one. So we'll come here to add one. I'm going to call this VLAN 02. We will leave this as is on the LAN. VLAN tag we set as 10. And description, we will do Internet of Things. Go ahead and save that. Now we want to come to assignments. So already by default here, we've got what is now newly available. Description, we will do Internet of Things again. We will add that. Looks like we need to apply our configuration first. Great. Where do I do that? So go back to devices, VLAN, press apply. Maybe I didn't do that before. Back to assignments. Let's try to add this again. Okay, and it worked that time. So I must not have applied it. Now we want to click on our newly added interface. We want to enable it. Description, we can already leave like that. Let's add a static IP address. For the subnet here, we want it to be 10 and 24. We'll go ahead and save that and apply changes. Now, if we come here to services, ISC, DHCP, v4, we've got Internet of Things here. Let's go ahead and click on that. And we do want to enable DHCP. Set range will go from .10.50 to .10.200. And I'm going to go ahead and add some DNS servers. We're just going to add 1.1.1.1. I think that's Cloudflare. And then we will add Google's DNS servers. I don't know if I need to do this, but I think it didn't work until I did this last time. And then for the gateway, we want .10.1. We should be good here. So let's go ahead and save. And then for the internet to actually work, we do need some firewall rules. So we'll go firewall rules, and we want to click on Internet of Things. So let's go ahead and add a rule. We want to, as an action, go block. Okay, interface, we already have the correct interface. Direction in, that is what we want. Okay, source destination, we want LAN net. Okay, so let's go there, LAN net. And then for the description, we want to describe what it's actually doing. So it's blocking Internet of Things to LAN. That's what we want. We want blocking from our network traffic. So let's save, apply changes. All right, so we got this rule. We need to add one more rule. We want to pass everything. Still want Internet of Things, direction in. And then the source destination can be any in this case. And then for description, I'm just going to say Internet of Things to Internet. So this is going to allow it to access the internet. All right, and I do believe the order is important. So we want blocking everything first and then Internet of Things to Internet. Let's go ahead and apply changes. Okay, let me switch my SSID to Internet of Things, and that didn't work. So let's start doing some troubleshooting. Let's go to services and leases, rather DHCP4 and then leases. So if I look for 192.168.10, it's not showing anything is actually connected. So we got to find out where the broken connection is. I think I might know where it went wrong. VLAN membership by interface. Let's go here, tagged VLANs. I think I need to tag 10 as well because we added that. Let's apply that. Cross fingers, let's try the IoT SSID again. Okay, I think that was it. I think we are connected. Let me run this again. So Internet of Things, and you can see now we've got the subnet of .10.53. So if we come back here to view our leases, let's refresh. And I think I can't view this because I'm on the different subnet now. But let's try a few other things. To test that we're actually connected to the internet, let's go ahead and ping Google 8.8.8.8. And we are getting replies. Okay, so we're connected to Google. And now if we ping something like our OPNSense server and press enter, yeah, we're going to time out because we are on a different subnet now. And you could test this with any IP address of anything on your main server. So for example, I've got a security camera at this IP address. Let's ping that. And again, it's going to time out. I am not able to touch the security camera on my main network because I have a VLAN that is working. Let me switch back to the original SSID. Okay, I'm back on my original SSID, do the same ping, and I'm on the network, and I'm getting a reply. So this is working exactly how I want it to. I should be able to reload this now, and you can see when I do the subnet of .10, I've got all my Eero devices. So this is the Wi-Fi that I have plugged directly into port 7. And there you go, we did it. The VLAN is working. I hope this video helped. Thanks for watching.